date tonight. Have a date tonight.
Hey, Wayne. Hey, Bob. How you doing? Yeah, same here.
For you as well. So the Pittsburgh Ham today is an honor and memory of our good friend and departed colleague, Ed Gorick. And there's plenty left. I just finished up the first crock pot. There's a whole lot more. So if anybody would like another one, please come up and help yourself. Thank you.
Well done, David. Thank you.
Yes, very good.
Good job. They won't fill you up in the hole. I won't even make you go get it and bring it to you. You can bet on that, I'm sure.
Very cool.
And they're the ones who originally marketed Fungo. Originally was right. That's why they're pulling it out on the package. Because that was the mess up.
It's okay, so I need to go ahead because we got two different. Both of them the same? We specifically.
Does it taste like pumpkin? How you mention it?
I sold 10,805 packs.
How's everything going? Life's okay?
14.
I don't think so.
It's a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
You know, they can't do it with the IV, then it's gonna have to come off.
The guy I worked with back in New York, my son worked with his son. So one meeting closed. He had diabetes. He just had to take his leg off. He's only in his late 30s.
She's got diabetes.
I might take it up by like 70s.
At what time?
She's diabetic.
Oh, we're gonna do it this Thursday.
They finally got her sugar under control. We didn't even know she had diabetes.
I will try to get on.
Well, I didn't know it either.
We're in that meeting until 5
Her
o'clock.
sugar was like 5.1.
It's up there.
Comatose.
Yeah.
Did you send out the Zoom link?
He says to me, you get diabetes.
I did, but it might have gone into like the some of the.
Yeah, you got diabetes.
You got type 2?
Are you gonna use the same thing?
So
It's exactly the same thing.
that's what she had. She had to take a shot in the morning. So, down around 90 to 120.
That's good. Mine is all screwed up. Well, not everybody, so I didn't get
Oh, you just had to go without the fridge. That donut I made
I might do it. I might do you do it to her. So you gotta test your sugar. That's why this number, you have to take this unit, this many units. It's called a progression scale. Ever since they did that, her sugar's perfect.
Is that the right way for the West Coast?
When you send out a
I did it myself.
I got it.
For some reason, maybe was one which she made for dinner.
I mentioned during the meeting.
Well, it will, sure. Sugar's in everything. You have to be really cautious.
Yeah, we may want to consider that because if I'll be working, I can usually
They had this hole in it, and they couldn't do anything. They slide it like that. I thought it was a onion.
That should came automatically. It should be part of the team
He got done, he pulled out the basket.
Okay, well, let's look at it. I'll see what they're doing and then I'll try to log in. This is a meeting with the director, so.
Jerry started. I don't want to lose that for now. I said, we're going to do something. Maybe they had a problem with it. That's the right one. Take out the blood poisoning. Dug down, they got all had the diabetes pretty I don't want that.
Guy walks up to me. No, I'm sorry.
Have that happen. It's like,
Hey, how you doing?
I can't drive a car unless I have that mechanical things on the car. I don't want to start that shit. I got it now, finally, after 10 years. But I can drive the car with the left foot like I had a right foot.
No, I said, well, show that in there. Sure. They need to, hang on, give him a thought. Thanks, sir. Great, you know.
Imagine that.
I'm only up here for, you know what? Going back, where you at? He's up in North Carolina. I said, oh, you know, I go to, there are a bunch of submarines there. I do meet with them. I said, here, here's my, you know, email me, I'll send you all the shit.
Yeah, but you can abuse it and it'll fail on you.
There are some places where you don't.
Yeah. Like not putting oil in your car. You know, eventually. Another thing I did a long time ago, it's just plain breathing correctly, getting oxygen into your system. If you're a shallow breather, you're going to wind up with medical problems.
That's why it's important to have one of those available. Check it every day. Check
Around there.
Yeah, thank you. We already gave it a job. I saw that. Those guys, take me in almost now. Never do it. It goes a year an hour.
He's getting more.
How long did it take you to get here? About 45 days, 3 times. Yeah, me too. And you're meeting the same day. Those guys from those bases. I don't know how the bases get down to where they are, but these guys
Well, the human body's made to work. You know, you can't be sedentary until do nothing, you gotta move. It's to pump the blood through the system. The heart rate up, I won't want it up.
I'll tell you, it's really crazy too, because my wife and I have been on holistic.
The only reason I'm asking is because I was thinking about actually going for, I was thinking the general.
I'll see you once a year for
I'm the same way.
7 p.m. is much.
I'm onto that now, so if I get the slightest tickle in my throat or something, take all of oregano, put that under the tongue, let it burn in. That can happen to me.
Yeah, my doctor, I went to my dad's doctor. This guy's really
Well,
nice, really
basically,
nice.
that Monday,
Passed away. And the guy's really good. And he would have,
oh, you were, I'm telling you,
I told him, whatever we can do, that's good. Blood panel, milligrams.
I just like someone to see do it, because I don't like,
3 months.
I would never
65%.
you know, taking money and stuff like that. I get it.
And now,
They have a price for
just in the winter, 3 months, back down to 4. Which is pretty
Yeah.
My wife and I haven't paid yet.
Okay, that's nice.
now it's normal. Take his,
Raise your FOA. Z, you bring your wife.
red rice, something, I can't. And then I also take a milk test.
And it's natural, you know?
And then the only other thing, you take one, red cider red.
Yeah.
You take one of those a day, and then keep it on. I mean, I can't believe I just got paid. I go Monday for a rain call.
Yeah.
I passed my last one.
Yeah. Yes, very
But you know what I am? I stopped. I don't eat. I used to want.
Yeah.
Everybody got gifts.
Do you-
The person that came got gifts. And we got one set of the table.
Like I'll make 25 peanut butter. All protein.
I have it once in a while.
All protein,
22
meat, whatever, meat. It's actually good.
At least they're really special.
And then you got to decipher, you know, what's good around. I know. You got to decipher the good, bad. It's like
And you have to figure out whether the food and everything you're eating is being highly injected with hormones. So that can help.
You know, and how basically
Three Christmas parties in a row. One of them steak
and also real butter, like grass-fed. Margarine is one molecule away from gas. Hey, Ken.
You are really.
Were you the one that brought that in?
My dad was. I think we did it because the restaurant I was but there was.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Like mine, maybe maybe we should bring it up.
Okay. We won't put it back here.
Three guys that actually got it.
Does anyone else want a 50-50 ticket? Come on up if you do.
I just ruined a lot. Ruined a lot of shit.
He didn't like him also. It's right in the front. This is the retired guy, one of the three guys who actually did it.
Then I start telling them I don't know how that works. I didn't have that do stuff.
After the fact, I didn't come home with my wife when there was
My laptop for a while. Try to fix it.
If I could come out early, I would have.
Well, get it. I've been through it once before. What is this? It could be this or that, so I got to go. Last time I went out again.
And once we get the big tree season, there's no tree that's
About 660, but it was 10, which I didn't want.
right on the fence line of the neighbor's property. And I think I can extend mine.
I've been running it. Had to learn to understand.
1 feet, so I'm doing, like 80.
You know, when I do go process,
I'll check it, we'll send it down.
computer power.
Yeah, I got home, it was too late. Of course, I should be able to
$28 all one computer.
Thank you.
He did, but he got it too late. He just didn't even
I'm still mystified about the fact that you and I can't walk on 10 meters, but I can talk to somebody.
I'm gonna let, we're gonna intro people after the beginning, have them stand up and introduce each other, and then we're gonna turn it over to Rick so he can get out of here. He's got to be somewhere else.
Asho is brand new. Yeah, Asho is brand new.
Running Windows 7. Running it for a long time and I didn't want to get away from it. Get on.
Yeah.
What if you don't bring it, you don't need support. Anyway, but I knew it came in Windows.
That's it.
I did.
What you think about?
I
I
got
had
it.
a big 7 CD. I had a 7 laptop.
I got 10 in mine's old too, but it won't upload to 11 anymore.
No.
Computer has mine will go in.
I didn't hear you.
It's just on the.
Garbage?
It's on the. CPU could run 11 takes a long time. That's why I wanted a laptop a couple of years ago. My HP, it would load and run.
Yeah.
Freezing up all the time.
Yeah.
Every now and then mine goes up on mine. I can't go to 11 either.
You gotta have like a.
Yes, I am. Thank you. This trace, thank you. Yes, thank you, sir. I'm gonna have to just get it down. I should have 11 already on it. But I guess I can cast everything on this stand. If they don't get all my data and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Programs
yeah, there's Windows has
Christmas Day,
Copies over there. So how do you do that? You just, it's Windows 10. Or the new computer would have the,
New one would have it.
and then I can just attach the 10 and bring it over.
Bring things from Windows 7.
That's why I updated.
Nice try.
Yeah, no.
That's why I updated.
Yes, it did, 300 and something.
So tell me how.
Take it from
It
7?
did.
So what do I do? Just hook a cable between the USB ports?
And it'll copy that. And then put it on another computer.
All rise, please, and
I had big thumb drive, yeah.
Take a compressor.
Chaplain, if you would, please.
Gracious Father, we thank you for this day, we thank you for this group. And we ask that you keep us safe and return us again. We ask that you keep our families safe and we ask that you keep this country safe. We're headed through times of trouble. We need your guidance. We pray all these things in your name.
Amen.
Vice Commander, read the creed, please.
We dedicate this meeting to our brothers still on eternal patrol, to perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives in the pursuit of their duties while serving their country, that their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice may be a constant source of motivation toward greater accomplishments, and to pledge loyalty and patriotism to the United States of America and its Constitution. Let's have a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Welcome to the November meeting. I'd like to recognize the past base commanders. Let's start off with Bob Summer, most recent. There he is. Al Alma. Harris, Mr. Harris. John Reams.
Still alive.
He's over there. Bob Bachman, past commander Long Island Base. Where? Oh, behind him, okay. Did I miss anybody again?
Dave Ferrugia.
Dave, oh, sorry, Dave. Dave Ferrugia. Did Mr. Nolan there? There he is. I missed him again. I'm sorry. Donan. Brain, you know, 11 months I can't get it right.
Nolan. It's been 11 years, Al hasn't gotten it right.
He was a cook.
We have some guests in the house. Yeah. Would you stand up, please, and identify yourself?
Jimmy Dunn. It's my son, James Dunn. Jimmy Dunn.
Jimmy Dunn. Yay. Anybody else? Huh?
That's commander right there.
Where?
Ken McNabb.
I'm sorry.
Ken McNabb, sir.
McNabb. Okay, sorry.
And his wife Jerry is here with him today too, as a guest. She's not in the room right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Members on the medical list, we have anybody that we know of that's not feeling well, other than Sam Abalafi, who's still in hospice?
How's your wife?
She's doing better, just has to go see a specialist next week, so.
We'll keep her on the medical list.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please uncover and stand for tolling of the votes.
Coffins on their chest are a part of the outfit known as the best. You'll find that without a doubt, they are the best in all the land. Let them know that we survive. Who survive will always keep their memories alive. There is a point of no return where ships may ride at anchor for a little space. And then some starless night, the cable slips, leaving only an eddy at the mooring place. Gulls veer no longer. Sailor, rest your oar. No tangled wreckage will be washed ashore.
USS Covina, SS-226, 16 November 1943. USS Sculpin, SS-191, 19 November 1943. USS Albacore, SS-218, 7 November 1944. USS Growler, SS-215, 8 November 1944. USS Scamp, SS-277, 16 November 1944. Ring the bell one more time.
Before we get to the Vice Commander's report, I want to thank our Secretary, Dave Fraser, for an excellent lunch. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. And do we have a volunteer for lunch for January? Al Almack. Thank you, Al.
Tums for dessert.
Okay, I also want to thank the people who came and supported us for the Veterans Day Cemetery ceremony here in this room on Saturday, last Saturday. We had almost as many people as the Post did come. It was really great. Thank you everyone for coming. I also want to thank Jerry Anderson, Bob Dunn, and Bob Bachman for coming to the Monday Veterans Day ceremony in Dunedin. We have the schedule. It was quite a schedule for Dunedin. And then we went to the VFW in Dunedin, which is right across the street from the ballpark, TD Ballpark, where the Blue Jays play their spring training. And had a great time there, showed off our model, sold some hats, and discovered that they are fully open to the public during spring training games. And they told us that we could come down and participate and maybe do some fundraising during spring training. So that was quite a revelation. Okay. Joel Granger will be hosting the Christmas dinner on the 7th of December. Thank you, Joel Granger. He'll have a variety of pork, beef, and chicken, along with salad and vegetables, a scrumptious meal. Members who plan to attend will need to sign up starting at today's meeting, so Neil will be taking your sign up and money if you have it. Sign up is very important so we know what, how much we need to get. Also, the Pinellas Park Christmas Parade, and if you remember, it's at 6 p.m., about dark time now, with our model submarine being towed, followed by a trailer with benches for those who are unable to walk the parade. So we will have some walkers carrying some banners, and we will have the capability for people who can't walk to also be a part of it. It'll be a fun time and a great time. It's down there at Post 104. It is, we asked to be at the beginning of the parade, and hopefully, just like last year, we will be. The registration and participation is not finalized until the lineup information is picked up by the designated parade safety officer the week of the parade. So we won't know for sure where our position is until a week before the parade, and we have to go to a meeting, otherwise we get canceled out of the parade. We have to go to a meeting, one person, and I volunteered to do that, but it doesn't have to be me, to go to the safety meeting the week before the parade starts.
Date of the parade?
Saturday the 14th.
Yes. Why didn't I have that down here? Saturday.
14th.
Yes.
It's the second Saturday of the month.
Yes. December 14th, Pinellas Park Christmas Parade. Okay, so thank you all for coming. This is a great venue, and we have really been accepted very warmly by the people here at Post 7. So, fabulous. Mike Kaler extended an invitation to District Director Borges and his wife to join our members at our Christmas party. And the party will be right here in this room. Oh, it will be. It will be over in the bar?
Yes.
In the bar area. Starting at 11 a.m., finishing by 1500. Director Borges will hopefully be there to administer the oath of office to our 2025 officers.
He's
That's not
accepted the
his title.
invitation.
He's not a director.
What is he?
He's District Commander.
District Commander.
Southeast District 5 Commander,
District Commander.
not a director.
District.
I want to know how the past president knows my name from the submarine.
Okay. Also, I had a message that I think went out to everybody from Bob Summer about the monuments and memorials planning for the charitable foundation this coming year. So if there's any memorials or monuments activity that you know about, let us know so that we can let the charitable foundation know about that activity. And the one thing that we will be doing in conjunction with the charitable foundation, and that is the brand new USS Tang 805 commissioning committee. and we've set up an account with the USSV Charitable Foundation for donations through the Charitable Foundation for that commissioning committee. So keep in mind that funds are limited and no hard and fast forecast can be guaranteed, but they need to know if there's any memorial or monuments activity that we need to do. And that's possible because we've got a couple places around in the Tampa Bay area where we have memorials. Let's see. Okay, so has everyone signed up for the QVC? And oh, okay, we're going to save the QVC for the Christmas party, and the 50-50 will be in a little while?
Yes.
Okay.
You still have a chance to participate if you wish.
Okay. The one other thing I wanted to do is get everyone to stand up and tell us what your name is and what boat you were qualified on. So, just so everybody gets to know everybody again, let's start over here. Ken?
Ken McNabb, qualified on the SS 406.
Tony Gallaudet, USS Ethan Allen, 608 Gold.
Mike Snare, Sam Houston, 609 Blue.
Richie Gaia, George
I'm
Washington.
Strand, associate member.
Oh, Richie Gaia, George Washington, Gold Crew, 1966.
Jerry Pollock, USS Henry Clay, 625 Blue, in 1972.
Art Eversold, same thing, Henry Clay, SSBN 625, I think in 73.
Hopkins, Hammerjack, SS 522. Diesel book before I got him. They got backed up training people for the boomers, so I served on the Bancroft 643.
And what was your name again?
Tom Shifkins, SCH.
Tom Shifkins. Thank you, Tom.
Albert Ryback, Kavala, 684, back in 1975.
Ken Bertner, USS Rock, SSR 274, March of 55.
Dave Perugia, USS George Washington, 598 Gold, the original boomer, 1972.
Bob Summer, USS Barbell, SS 580, 1963.
Al Lomack, USS Henry M. Jackson, SSBN 730, that would have been in 1986.
Somebody wake me up? Tom Donan, USS East, no, not East, Nathan Hale, SSBN 623 Gold in 1963.
Dave Harris, USS Sarda, SS 480.
Sherry Degman, USS Sailfish, 573 to 1957.
Jim Barker, USS Flasher, SSN 613, qualified on that boat, and it's back in service.
Joel Granger, Theodore Roosevelt, SSB and 600 Blue. 64. First person to fall overboard from a Polaris submarine. On patrol. And be recovered.
Wayne Fernandez, USS Grenadier, SS 525, out of Key West, qualified in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba in June of '68.
John Shell, USS Guardfish, SSN 612, 1971.
Rick Knoll, associate member, associated with USS Trigger 237 and the SS 564.
Bob Dunn, USS Lake Lawn, SSN 661, 1973.
Bob Bachman, USS George Bancroft, 1971. Gold.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. Oh, wait, there's two over there. Sorry.
John Raines, SSBN 659, Will Rogers, from 73 to 79. I didn't fall off 68. And I had a bucket dropped on me over in North Spain, broke my leg, and they gave me out. But I had qualified, so I'm one of us.
There you go. Jerry Anderson, qualified, got my silver dolphins on the Abraham Lincoln, 602 gold in '65. Got my gold dolphins on the USS Hammerhead, 663 in '88. Retired in '93.
David Frazier, USS Permit, SSN 594 Tough, 1987.
Neil Kimes, USS Asheville, 758. Yes, I know the numbers did go that high. In 1991. Yes.
Mike Kaler, qualified in 1968 on USS Guardfish, and on our maiden voyage of our 595 Tough submarine, ran aground on Christmas Eve at the foot of Hickam Air Base. It was exciting months after that, in spite of everybody's joke.
And I'm Bob Brady, USS Dace, SSN 607 in 1975. I want to also recognize a very interesting thing that happened to me yesterday. I guess it was yesterday, or was it Thursday?
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, I got a text from Neil Kimes and said, "Oh,
It was Monday. It was Monday.
Last Monday? Oh yeah, Veterans Day. Yeah, last Monday. Sorry." On Veterans Day, I got a text from Neil Kimes and said, "I'm having lunch, and I just met Joe." And I didn't know whether that was Joe Luna in Texas or what. He says, "No, it's your brother, Joe, up in Charlotte." I went, "I can't believe this." The two of them were out at Bob Evans for Veterans Day free meal, I think. And my brother was wearing his submarine hat, and Neil noticed, and wow, the two of them got together. Incredible. So just remember, wear your hat and you will connect. The last thing I want to say is thank you so much to Tom Donan for storing our submarine trailer and model. He had damage due to the hurricane, and so we've had it up at my place and Jerry Anderson's place, and we're going to take it back to his place this afternoon. So thank you, Tom Donan, for storing our model.
That's about $4,000 a year we're saving, at least.
At least, yes.
I should
Plus-
thank you guys because it's a great chicken. I mean, you tell a girl, "Come on, let me show you my submarine." They don't know what to do.
And you're not talking submarine races.
I like the introductions. We've done it at two other bases I was part of, and I think we're going to continue that. People standing up and identifying themselves. And now that we're not going to get chased out of here in 15 minutes, we got time for ditties when you talk like I do. I'm going to deviate from the program a little bit. One of our members has to jet, so I'm going to let the historian have the floor. And
6 or 7 years.
Tradition, I'm recognizing some history about the lost boats of the month. There are 5 I want to speak to. Lost boat was USS Albacore. Albacore, with Lieutenant Commander Reamer in command, left Pearl Harbor in October of 1944, topped off fuel at Midway, and departed on her 11th patrol. And ultimately, she was not heard from again. Enemy information available now indicates that the Albacore perished by hitting a mine. The explosion occurred on 7 November while Albacore was submerged and was witnessed by an enemy patrol boat. The craft reports having seen much debris, etc., from the sinking. Prior to her loss, Albacore had been a very successful submarine, especially in her engagements with Japanese combat vessels. Her record showed that she sank at least 13 ships at over 70,000 tons. Second boat was USS Scamp. Leaving Pearl Harbor in October of 44, Commander Hollingworth headed to Midway to top off, departed for her 8th patrol, and also was not heard from again. On 9 November, Scamp was told to stay clear of the Bonin area en route to go and take care of rescue aviators from the bombing by B-29s off of Tokyo. Since the end of the war, the following facts have been learned from Japanese sources. A Japanese patrol plane bombed a surfaced American submarine that was trailing oil. She also called over an enemy escort, and depth charges further sank the USS Scamp. Scamp had 7 war patrols, completed and sank 6 ships, including a number of combatants. Third boat is USS Corvina. Venturing the enemy waters for her first time, the Corvina commander R.S. Rooney in command departed Pearl Harbor, November 1943, and again was not heard from again. War records afterwards indicated that the Corvina met her doom on 1743 off just south of Truk. An enemy submarine, I-176, reported having sighted a surface submarine on 16 November, torpedoed that submarine, firing 3 torpedoes, having 2 hit, causing a great explosion. Next boat is the Growler, a famous boat for sure. Early in November 44, Growler, Hake, and Hardhead were operating together in the Philippine group as a coordinated search and attack group under Commander Oakley, who was commanding officer of Growler. This was Growler's 11th patrol. Early in the morning, Growler and her sister ships discovered a very fast enemy target group moving. Growler informed the other 2 about the radar contacts and made her ultimately final communication with the other 2. Within 20 minutes of the sighting, the enemy found Growler, and the subsequent depth charges were found. All attempts to reach Growler after the attack were unsuccessful. The sister ship, the Hake, was later to report that she was held down for 14 hours, receiving 134 depth charges, most of them close. The crew definitely thought they were up against an experienced group. Thus, they were led to believe that if Growler was sunk by depth charging, it was at the hands of a very skillful anti-submarine group. Growler was earlier in his career, was commanded by Howard Gilmore on her 4th patrol. When mortally wounded by machine gun fire after Growler had rammed a patrol boat, he ordered the ship submerged while he lay on the bridge. The commanding officer said, "Take her down." That occurred, and Commander Gilmore was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. Growler on her first 10 patrols sank 17 ships. The USS Sculpin, en route to Johnson Island, Sculpin, under the commanding officer of Commander Fred Conaway, departed, topped off at Johnson Island, and headed out as part of a coordinated group. The group was headed by Commander John Cromwell and contained Sculpin, Sea Raven, and Apagon. The next part of the story for the loss of the submarine came from the crew that recovered from enemy prison camps since the close of the war. On the 19th of November, 1943, Sculpin made a radar contact with a fast convoy. She ultimately got in, was able to launch some torpedoes. However, she was then found by the destroyer, who then closed within 18 depth charges that badly brought the submarine out of control. The pressure hull was distorted, she was leaking, steering and diving plane gear was damaged, and she was badly out of trim. Commander Conaway decided to surface and fight in the clear. The ship surfaced, went to gun action. However, the destroyers around her placed a shell through the main induction and one more through the conning tower, killing all officers on the deck. This second in command, Lieutenant Brown, ordered all hands abandon ship, and about 12 of the men who were alive rowed the ship down, including Captain Cromwell and one officer, both of whom refused to leave the area, knowing that they were familiar with plans for up-and-coming operations and coding, and therefore did not want to lose it while in captivity. 42 men were taken prisoner by the Japanese destroyer. The group of 38 enlisted men, 3 officers, were taken to truck, where they were questioned for 10 days. Then they loaded onto 2 carriers, 21 on one, 20 on another. En route to their destination, the carrier Chuyo, carrying 21 Sculpin survivors, was torpedoed and sunk by sailfish. This was particularly coincidental and a tragic event, since Sculpin stood by Squalus, later recommissioned sailfish, when she sank off of Portsmouth, New Hampshire in 1939. The submarine, on her first 8 patrols, sunk 9 ships. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick.
Good job.
I'm going to deviate a little more. I'd like to introduce our past commander, Bob Summers. He's going to take over for the election of officers.
Shipmate, I'm privileged to read you the following slate of officers nominated for 2025 Tang Base. Base Commander Michael R. Kaler, Vice Commander Robert Brady, Secretary David Frazier, Treasurer Neil Kimes, Membership Chairman Richard Geyer. Are there any nominations from the floor? No nominations from the floor. I ask for a motion to accept the slate of officers as I've read. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There you are, Commander.
Thank you.
Earlier this morning, I put out on the tables the list of suggested charities for this year. It is significantly reduced at the moment from our contribution last year. Tough times make tough decisions. This is just a suggestion of the board. It's open to discussion for anybody, any of the members. If they don't like what they see, or if they think we've left something out that they want in there, we don't have an infinite supply of money, but we can entertain suggestions from the members. Anybody have anything they want to say? Anybody that I gored their ox? Or anybody have something they really want to put in there? Yes.
Okay. I would like to suggest that we go ahead and up the USS VICF Brotherhood and add $650 to it to make it an even $800. And then we have a donation that came in specifically for kids, caps for kids, which would be additional $45. We do have funds. Last time I talked to you, our balance was $39,1740. We did get checks back to us that National had not processed, and that sum of those checks was $950. It was almost $1,000. So we were able to get that money back in. So our balance as of this second, before we spend any more money, is approximately $5,500 because of that swing. Okay, so that's kind of the reason for my suggestion of bumping at least that up and go from there.
Do I hear a motion from the floor to approve these additional expenses?
I make a motion, we approve the additional expenses.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. We will make those changes, $45 and $600, and add it to it. And
Because I kind of pulled, I was like a bull.
Oh.
Is there any?
excuse me, the treasurer wants to know, anybody else have a recommendation? Anybody else have a charitable situation they want us to consider? Hearing none? All righty, thank you. What?
I was just, so you're gonna bump the charitable foundation, the Brotherhood fund up to
It's going to be 800 even.
And where's the 45 going?
Caps for kids. Yep.
It was a late, Neil had that information that the whole staff didn't have, and it just came in, so it's not a problem.
It came in while I was having my grandkid. So that's
So-
the reason why they didn't.
The 45 is going to the National Caps for
That's
Kids.
correct.
Is that the caps for, that's the one in the charitable foundation, caps for kids?
That's correct.
Okay, you got that, Mr. Bach? Okay. Thank you. I think we covered the Christmas party pretty good. We all know that December 7th is more significant than just our Christmas party.
How much is it?
$20
Okay.
Per 20 per person.
per person. And
You want that now?
I would love it now. I will
Yeah.
always take money from anyone.
you don't have to ask them twice. And I'm going to make sure that the cake I'm supplying also has a mention of December 7th. Yes, sir.
You talked about signing up, so if someone is not here today or didn't want to sign up today, who do you want them to notify and how?
They like them to have the treasurer, Neil, notified. And discussing it with Neil, we're going to charge the same price if you come to the door. I'd like to have the POC there, point of contact, send out an email saying that, please.
Should there be a deadline on when we would like to have people sign up so that you make sure that you got the right amount of food?
When are you going to have that? When do you need to have that number, Joel?
It would be nice to have it,
By the 2nd of December?
by the 2nd of December, 2nd or 3rd.
Okay. Put that in the message, Bob, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
2nd of December.
That's a Monday.
Yeah.
We had a good showing in the last couple weeks.
Ken? Can you explain that, Ken?
I can.
Would you please?
21st this month at, let me see that a minute. Court Street.
You need the mic, Ken?
At 1401 Court Street, 11 to 3, all veterans, everything's free. You get prizes, gifts, free turkeys, and every veteran's welcome. That's the 21st.
Where is Court Street? What is?
Clearwater.
Clearwater. This is I can't remember the name of the attorneys there, but it's two attorneys or three attorneys there. They do this every year.
It's an attorney's office?
Yes. Oh, it has to be out from the outside part.
What was the address again?
1401, 1401 Court Street.
Okay, so there's a law firm that is giving out free turkeys and free things for any veterans. It's on November 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's at 1401 Court Street in Clearwater.
I think they have food too.
Okay? Did everyone hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Good diesel.
You got it.
Is this for any veterans?
It's for any veterans, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what date was that?
It's the 21st of November. I don't need a 1MC.
According to the website, it's Veterans Help Group. Veterans Help Group, 1401 Court Street, Clearwater, Florida.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Al, was that health or help?
Help.
Help.
Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Thank you. I was starting to say about the Christmas parade. The last Veterans Day and the Monday after on actual Veterans Day, we've had a real good turnout. Everybody in the vest, everybody showing the flag. I'd like to again invite you all to come to the parade on the second Saturday, the 14th of December. I learned my lesson last year: dress warmly. When the sun goes down, it gets cold. Even when you're only driving about 2 miles an hour, it gets cold. Yes, Tom?
I would recommend that if you're gonna march, that you wear light colored clothing.
Yes, light color so you can be seen.
Bob disappears.
We have the national president of the USSVI's charitable fund here. Bob, you want to stand up and say something?
Okay. So recently we sent out a letter to all base commanders. Actually, the thunder was stole a little bit here from Bob Brady. It's about activities in 2025 surrounding memorials, and so I'm not going to belabor that, but just go into a little bit about the charitable foundation while I'm here. And as a member, I'm here all the time, so you can come to me. Your ambassador is Al Ohm. He's sitting right here. And he's going to follow up after me to talk a little bit, because I don't want to steal his thunder. Okay? So the USS VCF, okay, no I, VCF is a 501c3 charitable foundation designed to allow sub-vets and others to make tax-deductible donations. These gifts support sub-vet charity programs that benefit active submariners, sub-vets, and help to memorialize the glorious deeds and terrible sacrifices made by the USS submarine throughout the past 100 years. The foundation is run by myself, of a board of directors, and we meet quarterly with 3 members from USS VI and 4 members from USS VCF, and we go over activities much like what we do here. All of the people involved in USS VCF are volunteers. No one gets paid. Okay, it's all their own time that they're giving up. At present, we have 5 funds. We have a general fund, which when someone makes a donation and doesn't earmark it for a specific fund, that money goes into that general fund. And then that general fund then allocates some of those funds across all the other funds. We have a memorial fund, a scholarship fund, which most of you are, have participated in some point in your time, for children and grandchildren. In addition to college, we also opened that up to vocational schools now. So that will be opening up soon. We have a library fund. The library is currently in Arkansas at the Maritime Museum in North Little Rock, Arkansas. In approximately 2 years, it's been approved. We will be moving that library to the St. Mary's in Georgia.
All right.
Okay, so then you will have access to it. Presently, you can't get to the books. Okay, so it's kind of silly, right? But anyway, we are moving it. It's going to take about 2 years before we get that completed. The Brotherhood Fund has been very active this year with all of the various, all of the fires, floods, hurricanes, etc. But we have been getting quite a few donations from our members and from bases across the country. So we're holding up pretty well in that area, but anything you can send will be helpful. Some of those fundings are going to help the people in North Carolina area. We partnered with Lowe's, who matched the funds that we put in there. And we'll be putting out over 200 heaters for those people in that area who don't have heat coming this winter. It gets pretty cold up there. So how can you help? Every little bit counts. Every little bit. Whatever you can afford. You can go to the website, ussvcf.org, and you can click on the button where it says to donate, and you can indicate where you want that donation to go. Okay? What are we looking for? We try to get $10 from every sub-vet every year. We don't meet that goal, but that's our goal. Okay? So we appreciate it. And again, all donations are tax deductible. So when your whole fundraisers and what have you, think about those people who need the help and donate to the foundation. Myself, as the president, the VP Executive Director, George Palmer, our treasurer, Randy Stein, our legacy fund manager, Michael Taipei, our scholarship fund manager, Dr. Alan Fickett, and our Brotherhood Fund manager, Mike Ferrante. I want to thank you all for your support and help, and we appreciate it. And one other thing, George Palmer is an author. He writes submarine books. He is donating all the proceeds from those books in the month of November to the charitable foundation. So you can go to Amazon, you can go to Kindle, you can buy a hardcover book, or you can buy a Kindle book, and that money will go to the foundation. At this point, I'd like to turn this over to Al to talk about anything you would like to talk about specifically for here.
Thank you, Bob. As the ambassador, I'm here to help you, whether you want to donate, point you in the right direction, or if you actually need help, right? So don't think that we're just here letting you know that, hey, we need the money. But if you need one of those heaters, we did the air conditioners this year. If you need help with anything from the storms, right? If you need help financially for a number of things, as a member, an active member of USSVI, there's help for you, right? So it's very, very easy to fill out a form, tell them what your deal is, send it to them, and they really do come around pretty quick and reply to you. So you're not alone. If you need help, we're here. We're not just asking for your money. We're also offering you money if you legitimately need the help for repairs, for rent, for past due bills, for all of those things that have you struggling at this time. Okay. If you're not worried about the tax donation, the tax-free part of that donation, I know we used to do it in the past, but we used to make the donations through Tang Base so that Tang Base got the credit for it. So if you want to, it's so much easier for you to log in, put your credit card number in there, and make a donation. But if you're going to write a check and you're not worried about the tax deduction part of it, you know, send a check to Neil earmarked for the Brotherhood Fund or for the charitable fund, right? I know for a fact the charitable fund is there to help. My stepson, in 3 out of 4 years at the University of Florida, received very good scholarships through them. So it doesn't have to just be a child, a grandchild. It could be step-children, adopted children, whatever it is. Apply in, it's free. It costs you a 750-word essay, and they're very, very generous with the donations. So please, if you know somebody going to college or vocational school, and they're not sure about the process to do the scholarship, I would say contact me, but I'm going to put my wife on speakerphone because she helped him with all of those things. And I know that you know, the 1 year he didn't get it is because they don't listen, right? You got to apply to get it. She thought it was an automatic thing from semester to semester, but you know, she didn't want to listen, so they got nothing. But they got between $1,500 and $2,500 in the other 3 semesters for help. So help is there, and if you could afford to help them, please do. And I believe, talking about them helping pay bills and stuff, I think Tony could tell us more about that.
Well, the thing is, I'm here to testify for the Brotherhood here. I had storm damage, not only to my roof, but other areas of my home. And I learned about the Brotherhood, I guess, from a note from Bob here, and then talking to Mike since he also got involved in this. I was about to go up on my roof myself and replace the shingles. Quite a few shingles were blown off by Milton's. And I was going to get a couple of friends to kind of help me to put those together. However, when I learned about the Brotherhood, I placed a call to Mike. And in short order, he just basically said, let me know who's doing the roof repair and we'll take care of it for you. And it happened within a week. So I'm certainly here to testify to that and what the Brotherhood is doing. And I'm also planning to make regular donations to the Brotherhood as a result. And I had no idea about the Brotherhood before this happened. So kudos, you know, to the Submarine Brotherhood and everything that you stand for. It's amazing on how, and Mike was wonderful. He acted almost immediately. And
Mike down in Venice.
I'm certainly not you, because you're still on your leash. But anyway, okay. All right, but thank you very much, and I appreciate you guys.
And Mike Ferrante was a member here until he moved down south. So
He's still Mike's call.
Yeah, very good. So
I gave Mike a call too, and he, same reason, same problems, and he helped me out. But a week later, I had a check. Guys are good.
Yeah, so we have a really good relationship now with Lowe's and Home Depot. Home Depot helped us with the air conditioners. If you don't remember, it was a $500 certificate for those who needed cooling, which we arranged through Home Depot. So you would go there and we would already have them, your name, and you would get that $500 certificate to use for an air conditioner. And then through Lowe's, all the things that happened in North Carolina, there was a go-to fund that was created by a base commander up there, Rick Pettis, and we hooked them up with Lowe's, and Lowe's matched funds up. They actually donated $10,000 towards those heaters in Lowe's. Home Depot offered to give discounts on supplies to rebuild homes, and so we are getting very visible. There is a radio station in the North Carolina area that talks about USS VCF, and USSVI. And in fact, they have a sticker that they had put out up there where it shows Lowe's and USSVI on the same sticker. So we have a lot of visibility, and we appreciate your help. And I'm so happy to hear that you got the help from Mike. Mike is a great guy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, great. Thank you.
Yes, John?
Okay, we've all had these storms lately, and there's a little rule that you may not know about. If you've lost power here in Clearwater more than 24 hours, you're eligible without hardly any paperwork to get $750, and you automatically get the money because your zip code, they know where the power was lost. So if you were in Clearwater, for example, and you lost power for 24 hours, you just fill out the form online, and it was about 2 weeks later, I get a check in my account for $750. It was that simple. So if you...
Who's paying for this?
Federal government.
FEMA?
Yeah. So it was extremely easy.
You said only if you lived in Clearwater.
Well, if you lived in the area but lost power for more than 24 hours, and I was in one of those areas.
Okay.
And it was easy for them to check because they knew exactly.
Well, the FEMA should, okay, great.
But you have almost no paperwork because they know when the power was out.
Yeah.
And if your zip code was in that, you just automatically got it. And anyone,
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Anyone needs any more, I got that paperwork.
Alrighty. Around for hands. Secretary's report.
The only thing I've got is, if anybody hasn't signed the roster for today, raise your hand and I'll come around and get you. Okay. Thanks. That's all I've got.
Thank you. Treasurer's report.
We already kind of did it. Does anyone have any questions about what I discussed earlier about the fact we got checks back? And so 5,500 is about our average right now for it until we start taking these funds out, and we'll go from there.
Thank you. Chief of the boat.
I volunteered to retain the composition for another year to help you out. McNabb, I forget your first name, presented this plaque that he had in his house as needing a new home, so we're going to provide a new home for this at Post 7 here, which is a list of all the boats and ones, and you can find out where you rent one. That's kind of nice. The Post 7 here is providing turkeys and a food basket for Thanksgiving. 100 this year, they did 50 last year. They've got that under control. But they're going to be feeding homeless veterans on the 22nd of December here at the Post, and they're needing some volunteers to help serve. None of the cooking, it's just going to be like serving the tables and so forth. I'm volunteering. Anybody would like to do it, they can see me, and I'll give them the names to help out the Post here.
What's the date again?
22nd of December. So it's homeless veterans, or I guess any veteran who wants to come and have dinner can do that.
December, right?
December.
December.
Yes. So it'll be a Christmas dinner for the homeless veterans, any of us, no matter whether we're submariners or whoever we serve with. And want to thank the guys that helped me with towing the trailer around, and I'm glad it's going back home to town. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Cobb. And I got to tell you, that man, our chief of the boat, really spends a lot of time supporting this membership. He's selfless in his time to pull the trailer, the boat, and keep it in good operating conditions. And I'm very appreciative you'll do it again next year. Thank you, Jerry. He's one of what I call the spark plug division. base librarian. Question, do you want to maintain that with your additional new duties in the national office?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that.
Can you say that with more enthusiasm?
Yeah!
Thank you.
I finished a book. I read 3 books at a time, so I go through them pretty quick. This one's called The Great Escape from Stalag Luft 3. I'm going to donate it to the library. This was written by one of the 3 guys that actually did escape and made it all the way through to England. He did not like the movie. He was a Norwegian guy. He's very low-key. His son encouraged him to write the book, and he did. A lot of good pictures. And he didn't like the movie, but if you follow the movie, most of those events actually happened. You know, the names of the tunnels and so forth. I think one of the things he didn't like, there really weren't any Americans involved with that. But the TV, you watch the movie, it's like, hey, this guy, Steve McQueen, and you know James Garner, and all these. Nah, he was a Norwegian, but anyway, I'll put it in the library. It's a good book. And the library is here for our use. As I say, in November, Christmas is coming, and if you look in the Submariner magazine, these guys that write these books and they advertise it in the magazine, and they come to the convention and they sign the books and stuff. This is a great time of the year to tell your family, hey, I want this book or that book. Read it and put it in the library next year. And that would be appreciated. Thank you. Can I say something else outside the library? Okay. I did sell 10 hats at Kings Bay for the 805. I did turn the money in. Okay?
Got a
You don't think I
question over
pocketed
here.
the money.
Got a question over here.
What?
That's about the escape from Colditz Castle?
What?
You talking about that book, was that the Escape from
No.
Colditz? That's from
No.
Luftstalag, Stalag Luft 3.
That's a totally different deal. Okay. The Kings Bay was a good event. They'll have it again next year. The dates are already out. Panama City's coming up in December. I'll be there. I have hats. I'll be trying to sell some 805 hats there. And don't forget the Orlando convention. Upcoming next year is the convention for USSBI is in Orlando, so it's a lot closer than saying going to Texas or Michigan or somewhere else, or Cleveland or whatever. So you might want to consider going down there for a little bit. And there's a board meeting coming up. I think it's January 11th. So for the USSBI, and that is my National Secretary report and librarian report.
Thank you. I'm making a spot in the proceedings for your report every time you show up. And I'll see you at the party in Panama. My sea daddy, who lives in Biloxi, said, you got to get up here. You got to get up here. So I encourage you all to go. He thinks it's good, and he's a teetotaler. He'd be good. Base storekeeper. Report?
We have stuff for sale over there. I'm the temporary storekeeper until Terry returns, so if anybody needs anything, come see me, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find out for you.
Thank you.
Question.
Yes.
Who brought the pens?
Bob Brady.
Okay, thanks.
If you buy a hat, Tang 805, you get a free pen.
All right. For a limited time only. Joel Granger, Caps for Kids.
The Cancer Center for Children in Tampa.
Is that the Moffat?
No, it basically is a coordinated effort between St. Joe and Tampa General, I believe. They take all the cancer children that need outpatient care, and they basically house the families until they can get through that care. But anyway, it was damaged considerably by the storms that we had, and they're telling me that we wouldn't be able to have an event there until after the first of the year at least. They will get in touch with me at that time, and I will be able to set something up. They said that they we're extremely happy that we had contacted them, that they are always looking for people that will come in and tell stories or talk or anything that involves the kids. So I will have something in January along those lines.
Thank you. Appreciate your hard work on behalf of the kids.
Currently, we have enough camps and so forth to take care of whatever we come up with in that meeting.
You just got an infusion of capital.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I think we as a base should appreciate those donations.
All righty, that's the staff reports. Do we have, did I miss somebody? Oh, I'm sorry, membership, sorry.
I have some longevity pins to give out.
Okay.
I'll call out their names.
All right, please come up and get your
Kenneth
longevity pin and then photo
Bruckner,
with Rich.
Kenneth Bruckner.
Ken Bertner?
John Raines.
John.
Albert Ryback.
Hey,
And Tom
Al,
Summers.
Al.
Can Bob come up for Tom?
What?
Your brother.
Your
Tom
brother.
Summers.
What about him?
I got.
He needs a longevity.
pins.
Go get his pen.
He's never here.
Sucker stays up in Georgia.
Good
place to be.
Pins.
Bob?
Okay,
Sir?
You just have to call him and tell him the Bravo flag's on.
I'm gonna ask him to send me a check for the mailing. For the mailing.
Okay.
Right.
Mr. Ryback is 15 years. Tom is 10 years.
Got it. Thanks.
Albert? No, not Albert.
Al?
John
Oh, John.
is 20 years.
I don't know if you
And
want to
Ken
be in the picture.
is 20 years. Congratulations, men.
Gotta wait for the flag to recycle here. It takes a while. It's old, like the.
And I'll
Ma'am,
have-
can I say something?
All right.
Yes. I've known Ken since I've been here over 20 years. Ken is leaving us, and he was Cobb to this base. He always was active. Him and his wife, especially at the picnic, she would do all the name tags and everything. And I think we ought to give Ken a round of applause.
I have an up-to-date membership for 2025 January's meeting.
Okay. And thank you, Ken. We know that you were the vice commander here one cycle ago, and we appreciate your contributions to the membership. Okay, now one of my favorite things to do as a base commander, and this is my third base, is to have a member come up and join a select fraternity of the Holland Club. Mr. Dunn, would you come up, please? Would the members of the Holland Club please stand while we induct a new member, please? It is with great pleasure that I give you a certificate as a member of the United States Holland Club. And another certificate.
Good. Get some frames.
Yep, and a challenge coin and a patch for your vest.
Very good.
And a golden chapeau.
Very good.
Congratulations and thank you for 50 years of service.
There you go. Shake hands again.
And again, don't run away. You gotta do flash.
Turn your hat over so you can see.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Come on. Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Any new business on any
anybody's mind?
Any new business on anybody's mind?
I have
Anybody old business? Well, hang on a second, Ken.
new business. I was just talking about what they were saying, that they're having this banquet for the folks are having a banquet for the veterans. I thought it might be appropriate if we donated a small amount of money just to appreciate for being here and then for a good cause.
Thank you, Ken. Do I have a motion from the floor to donate $200? $200 to the fund? Second?
Specifically to what?
For the,
To the veterans dinner they're having here in December.
donate to Post 7.
To the
Yeah.
post.
Yeah, and
Specifically
we'll
for that.
earmark it for that dinner.
Yeah.
And second that?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Old business. Vice Commander.
Yeah, I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you so much to Bob Dunn for coming and being with us at the Veterans Day events. And Bob's going to be our new secretary, help out and take over from John Raines for the Tang 805 Commissioning Committee. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Dunn. Anything for the good of the order? Yes, sir. Captain Fernandez.
For those of you who haven't heard, there's some disturbing news about the submarine force. The 23rd Virginia class submarine, named the New Jersey, is designed and built to accommodate gender integrated crew. And what I understand will be 40% women and 60% men. They have a separate head area for the ladies, or women, I won't call them ladies right now. Separate head area for the women that's going to have bigger and longer stalls to accommodate women. And their bathing quarters are going to be separate from the males, but it's going to have a door instead of curtains. And they're going to modify the chief's quarters to add an additional door for the women chiefs that have to sleep there. And like I say, it's going to be 40 women, 40-60 is the goal of this new submarine, the New Jersey. I think it'll be home ported in Norfolk, and it's being nicknamed the Jersey Girl.
We already have a lady chief of the boat on one of the new boats.
Yeah.
Female XO.
And we have a lady CNO.
Yes.
Freddie, something like that. Begins with that. Okay, 50-50 raffle. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
Mention the other Veterans Day ceremony. Just on a side note, 3 of us attended the Bay Pines Veterans ceremony. It was well attended this year after the COVID disaster. Myself, Jerry, and Ron Pelletier was there with his son-in-law. Got to sit with him, one of our current USSVI members invited him to attend, so hopefully he said he'd like to show up here. So we had a little showing there, and everyone got to wear their caps, so it was great.
Yeah. Anytime we can get out in public.
Oh, and our new congressman, new re-elected Anna Paulina Luna was also in attendance.
Oh, great.
Got a big round of applause.
I just have a little anecdote, and Bob Brady is the one that kind of brought it to my mind about always wearing your hat in public. But wearing this hat is the reason why, or how I met Mike here, and we've actually become best friends now because of it. But the hat really serves a purpose other than just getting thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I was in Publix this week, the other day, had a submarine hat on, guy walks up, shakes my hand, says, "Hey, how you doing, Bubblehead?" And he turned out to be a chief. His wife was a retired legalman chief. and he's from North Carolina. He was down here for a funeral, and I said, are you a member? He said, no, but I know a bunch of submariners. I gave him my card, and I said, hey, join USSBI. The current goal right now of Nationals have membership by the convention at 12,000.
And I think it's great that Publix hires people like him.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, quality people.
I'm the car guy.
The one in the parking lot chasing the cars.
And also, if I remember correctly, Dave, the national membership has increased this last year.
It has increased. It has been
Yeah,
going steadily
that's
up.
Good, yeah, Bob.
Yeah, just a reminder, we bowl every Tuesday, okay? So if you want to come bowl with us, Jerry is our cheerleader, and I'll let him talk more about it if he wants to, but there's 3 of us that show up every Tuesday, including me.
Bob covered it, but yeah, it's a good, you can even drink beer if you so desire. Not knowing that I've never done that before, but anyway, it's fun. We're not really good at it, but we have a hell of a good time telling sea stories and lies. Maple Lanes in Clearwater. Right off of 19.
Yes, sir, Joel.
I have a website if anyone is thinking about wanting to do the honor flight.
Okay.
Please see me after the meeting.
Great, that's the one that came in and gave us a presentation in June, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've got her business card, and if anybody can't get a hold of Joe, get a hold of me, and I'll give you the lady's phone number that's the coordinator. All right, 50-50. I can attest to the fact that I've met 3 people. I was wearing a jacket at an airport that said Submariner on the back. I got his phone number. I've been calling him bi-weekly. I met a guy while my wife and I were having dinner at Charlie's. He said we were going to be his favorite patrons that night because he was a bubblehead off of Fast Attack. And I've been bugging him bi-weekly. And the guy we met last week at the Veterans thing with a Submariner, I've been bugging him by phone. I didn't get his email address, but you wear your hat, you get noticed. Wear a coat, you get noticed. Wear a shirt, you get noticed. Go ahead.
Okay.
You want to read it off?
Sure. Profit for the 50-50, 336-399. Or is that a 2? Hold on a second.
That's a 2, 299.
Damn it.
299.
Hey, Tom, you might as well stand up.
Who is it?
Not me, I don't know.
Jeez. Miracle of miracles.
299.
You sure it's a 2?
Yes, it is. It is a 2. Nice try.
299.
You got it.
Next time you
Yeah,
do that,
you
just
do.
make sure you take the 299 and put it in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's all uncover and stand up for the benediction by the chaplain.
There you go. By the way, the pot was $65.
Father, we thank you for this meeting. We thank you for the different presentations that were given during this meeting. We ask that you keep us safe on our way home. We ask that you bring us back safely next month. Pray all these things in your name. Amen.
Meeting is adjourned. Please make sure there's no sitting on the floor, on the table. Push your chairs in. Be good guests of this group because they've been very good to us. Thank you.
Surface, surface, surface.